Good evening. Just checking my connection testing my speaker, Mr. Parker. If you can hear me, would you let me know? Thank you.
I hear you fine, Ms. Boone.
Thank you.
Mr. Edwards. Mr. Kevin Edwards. Thank you. Good evening to all of you. So happy to see you come and join us for a new year. This is a meeting of the Northampton County Board of Commissioners, meeting this evening to take care of the business of Northampton County. We thank you for joining in with us, show that you are concerned and that you are looking at us, and you wanted to make sure that we are moving in the right direction. Again, we do have a mission statement, and it's posted behind me. And I shall not read it, but we also have a vision statement. We do note that at all of our meetings, we note that mission statement states for that we are about. Vision statement talks about what we plan to do for the future, how we plan to lead Northampton County better off than we did when we became a part of the Commissioner Board. This time, we're going to have our meeting called to order. We'll have a moment of silence, if you will, with all the things that's going on around us. If you would, just take a moment with me as a moment of silence. Thank you for taking that moment. We do know we live in America, USA, and we believe in democracy. This is the best place in the world to live. Because of that, we'll ask you now to please stand and repeat with us. Please, allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I do understand that we do have a quorum of our board present, have all of our members present, either by virtual or Buffalo is here. So at this time, we'll ask our attorney, if he would, to read the rules of procedures for our board for me tonight.
Well, I think first, Chairman Tyner, we have the approval of tonight's agenda at tab 3. And along with that, board members, it's my recommendation that the consent agenda be removed from tonight's meeting as those minutes are still being finalized. Thank you.
Okay. Board members, you do have the agenda before you. Are there any changes, anything that you want to take out, anything that you want to include that we have not included? If not, could I have a motion from a board member that we would approve the agenda as given with the exclusion of the consent agenda, that is our minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buffalo and second by Commissioner Edwards. We would approve the agenda as given. Are there questions or any discussions? If not, all in favor, known by usual sign aye.
Aye. Buffalo. Faulkner.
Ayes have it,
Aye.
motion is carried. At this time, we have the conflict of interest statement now. If you do that for me, Attorney.
Yes, sir. In accordance with the rules of procedures adopted by this board in section 153A-44 of the North Carolina General Statutes, it is the duty of every member present to vote on all matters coming before the board unless there is a conflict of interest as determined by the board or by law. Does any board member have a conflict of interest with respect to any agenda item coming before the board today? If so, please identify the conflict and the board will consider the matter.
Commissioner?
No conflict, Faulkner.
Thank you. No conflict. Thank you so much. At this time, we do now
No conflict.
Okay, thank you. We do now enter into a public hearing on proposed water rate increase. Becky, who is in charge of our water system for Northampton County, going to come and give you an overall picture of how we stand with our water system.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Tyner and board and Mr. McKellar. Thank y'all for letting me speak before you for this public hearing. Upon looking at the material as presented to the director, okay, however you want to say that, upon looking at that and realizing the way that last year's budget ended, I was extremely concerned with our revenue, projected revenue, and the total required revenue. In other words, our rates are not set at a point at which we can break even. And as I gave the board a piece of paper, and on that paper is what our current rates are for water and for sewer. And as you're looking at that, you'll see where it says 1,000 gallon. And then there's a dollar amount for that 1,000 gallon, which is our rate that we charge our citizens. And then the next number over is units. Okay, that number is 242,844. That's 242,844 gallon units. Okay, because that is our total that we sold last year in the 2021 budget year. So having said that, you see before you the revenue that is predicted, as well as our base rate. That is the $19.50. The number that is behind that, 5,125, that is our current number of water customers. And so our expenditures, of course, are spread out over that 5,000 customers. And so you have that expected revenue there, and you have the total revenue. But if you'll look down, you'll see the total required revenue to break even. That is the number, that is what is so concerning. We received just today notification that that the company that we purchased product from for water treatment, we knew it went up 20% in November, and they called today to let me know to expect it to go up 70% in March. That is for one product. For another product, he let me know that we'll be getting notification that in March it will go up 125%. So that is to treat that's what we use to disinfect water and make sure that we're having as high quality water as we can. Now, those numbers are devastating. And they are honestly hoping that that is not going to stay that way forever, but it is going to be that way, not in the next fiscal year, in March. That rate is going up. So even you see the difference in our revenues projected and what's required, you see that deficit there before you. So having received that notice today, I would remind you that we have received notice from Weldon and from Roanoke Rapids Sanitary District that their rates are increasing. I'm not concerned about what their customers pay. I'm concerned about their rate increase to us as we purchase water from the city of Weldon, as well as the city of Roanoke Rapids Sanitary District, rather. So knowing that their rates are going up, the wastewater rates for both of those entities are also going to be at an increase. So taking all that into account, I'm extremely concerned with the viability of our utilities department. It is, I believe, going to be in dire straits, and we are going to have to seek assistance with making our budget this year. And so I'm going to propose that we dive in and come up with a rate that will cover our expenses in the as soon as possible. Like I said, our rates that we're being charged are going up now. So I just presented that for you. And just a case in point, right now we're currently charging our customers $5 for 1,000 gallons of water. That's 1 unit of water. We're charging $5 1,000 gallons. The city of Weldon, I have that email, they are going up to $8.45 1,000 gallons, as well as city of Roanoke Rapids. And so we're only charging our customers $5. We're paying $8.45 for that same unit. And so just that, and wastewater as well. On this, yeah, at the bottom of that page is the wastewater rate. We're currently paying the Weldon and Roanoke Rapids, I think it's $9.85 to receive our wastewater, and we're currently charging customers $5.50. So you see the drastic difference therein, and there has not been a rate increase. I think the last rate increase in Northampton was in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. So the difference in that, I'm just putting it before everybody. I mean, Ray Charles could see that the danger and where the road that we're on with the deficit that we have. Okay. So that is, I'll be glad to answer any questions that I can.
Board members, if you have any questions you need to ask Waterworks Director. I'm gonna ask at this time for any comments from the public. This public hearing, please come to the podium and give your name, and you might record.
Good evening. My name is Donna Jenkins, and I'm gonna pull this down so you can understand me. I don't think this will catch anything from me. I'd like to know how many services with Public Works now are contracted out, because I know that's been the trend recently with local governments to contract services out. Do you contract out the installation of water lines and meters now, or does the staff still do that? Also, what chemical, what is it that is going up so much? Okay. And the water rate has increased since 2014, when the previous public works director was here, Jason Morris, before Kurt Rogers. There was an increase then, because our bill at home went from $27 a month to $39.50. Right, but the rate did increase. Okay. No, I do not. I just know that Mr. Morris was a public works director. But I would like to know how many services are contracted out now that in the past the staff did, like installation of water lines, meters, repairs, even groundskeeping. Now you contract that's being contracted out, and repairs and things like that. You've got staff on hand that are trained to do that. So why are we going to pay another entity to come in and do what we have staff to do?
I think just to clarify your question, you were asking about the contracted services. So you're putting in new services. If it is a road bore, we generally will contract that service out. If it is on the same side of the road, we will put that service in. We have the ability and we have put those services in ourselves. If there are several together and we have a contractor there that is going to have to do a road bore, if it's easier for him to put them in, then we'll contract that out and let him put in the same side as well as the road bores.
But easier cost the taxpayer.
Well,
And in the past, if I'm not mistaken, the county public works did their own road bore.
we do not have equipment at this time to do that.
Would it not be more feasible?
Uh-huh.
The county is here to this meeting. So when you speak, you have to speak the microphone. Then we get you.
Okay, I'll read.
I understand.
Okay, the comment was in the past that, that services have all been handled in-house. And that was your comment that you made, okay. The staff at that time that was going on, the staff was different than the staff alignment is today. It was different. So we don't have the same staff alignment that has been in the past. The question about the product that went up 20% and that the company called and let me know that it's going up another 70% in March is for chlorine. That is our primary product that we use for disinfection. And the product that is going up, that's 125% increase, is phosphate. And that only affects a small portion of us, but it's still going to be an increase. And did you, I did not write it down. Did you have another question?
Well, I do ask this, if our staff now is not trained to do that.
I didn't say not trained. It's not aligned to do that. There is no.
Fiscally wise to train our staff or align them to do that, rather than contract away. You're paying salary, you're paying benefits, paying retirement, all that for that individual. I would think if we're paying that, we're wasting money to contract. If you contract, then you don't have someone else to do it.
And the comment is that you use a contractor when you don't have someone in-house to do that. That is the comment that was made. And to that,
But this is the question of the taxpayer, and I'm awarding you, I'm one paper. And if we're going to do that, we should be receiving the very best service we can receive.
the comment is that as a water user, the citizen felt like that they should receive the best use of their money being paid in. Is that adequate? Okay. And I'm in agreement with that. I certainly don't disagree with that. I'm trying to work with what we currently have. And so in what we currently have, there's going to be a severe deficit.
I think it would.
If we would, it's a comment section. Let's not go back and forth.
Okay.
Let's listen to the comments. We'll take all the comments down, then we'll know how to respond to the comments. We'll be here all night if we go back and forth, okay? Yeah, yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, may I speak?
Yes, sir. Anybody want to speak, come to the podium, please. Comments.
Thank you for this opportunity, sir. I have 3 or 4 questions. The first, have there been any loans made from the enterprise, the water enterprise fund balance to any other funds in this county?
No.
No. Okay. So
It's the law to do it.
the fund balance should be stable to a point where the fund balance should be able to take care of this increase in cost, correct?
Increase in what cost?
The cost this young lady just explained to us.
No, that's why we're gonna do the increase.
No. I asked you, had there been any transfers from the enterprise fund balance to any other fund in the county? You said no.
No.
Well, the enterprise fund balance, according to your last year's budget, had to be self-sustaining with a surplus in funds.
Mhm.
Now, my question is, why, if that's the fact, why can't the fund balance sustain this costing increase for the next 12 months without raising water rates? Second question. Third question, what is the cost per gallon of production? To include kilowatt hours, debt service cost, chemical cost, and employee salary cost. And I expect an answer back on that at some point in time,
Yes.
reasonable time. Mr. McKellar.
Yes, Mr. Jenkins.
Okay, and what conservation incentives are you offering our customers and our citizens to conserve water rather than raising prices all the time? I expect an answer on that one as well. And finally, what is the ratio of the amount of purchased water versus pumped water sold to our customers? And is there an opportunity to put more of our purchased water customers on our own pumping water system customers? If so, that may be an opportunity to reduce rates rather than increase rates. May I expect a reasonable answer in a reasonable time? Mr. McKellar.
Yes, you're addressing the board. I'm not a member of the board, Mr.
Well,
Jenkins.
you always respond, so that's why I'm referring to you.
Thank you. You will receive a response.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Any other comments? Other comments? Board members, any other comments? We close this?
Comments.
Thank you so much for your comments. We'll take all comments in consideration. But this board will at this next meeting, look at those
You're frozen, Chairman Donna. Unless it's on my end and I can't hear.
Hey, Commissioner Boone, they have to be frozen. Yes. Commissioner Faulkner, Commissioner Boone, did we get disconnected?
I believe so.
Yeah. Because I can see you all. Yes,
Yes, we are on and they must have lost their signal. Yes.
clear.
As it
And
has-
we can call them and say, hey, we're here, but we can't see you guys. Atia is still up here, right?
Okay. I see.
Yes,
yeah.
sir, I'm here.
Hey, miss, would you let them know that they left the building on us?
I sent Scott a text message.
Okay, thank you.